Hello guys, I'm Nagulmira Mahankali. I'm AI engineer and AI aspirant. Currently, I'm exploring lots on AI related content. As part of my learning, I would like to share what I have learned, and then you guys also can learn and then experience what I have experienced. In the previous session, I have given more details on introduction to generative AI and LLMs, and we also discussed about the what are the different cloud provider LLMs and then local installed LLMs. So today, like, I'm going to discuss more about the locally deployed LLMs using Ollama. So this is your first LLM model. You can use these LLM models to generate or create as applications. First buddy to start LLM. So what is Ollama, right? Ollama is like a kind of a tool or software which provide the environment such a way we can deploy the large language models in local, which means that you can say like a Docker. So how we create a Docker to make our application deployment easily. Similarly, Ollama is provide a way we can deploy AI models in your local mission. So we already know that how complexity to run LLMs in any of missions. We need a lot of compute power, and then we need to handle so many infrastructure related things, and then software related things we have to take care, right? But with this Ollama tool, it's very easy, and then we can quickly run some of the models in your local mission such a way you can get interacted with the large language model. So why Ollama, right? For example, if you ask why Ollama, it's a privacy first. It means that these Ollama provide you a environment such a way you can deploy your models in local mission. So it's provide like a more privacy and then more confidential. So because you are not going out of your local, and then zero cost. So if you take any of the cloud providers LLMs, we need to pay for consuming their services like a REST API that based on the tokens we have used. Here there is no cost for your usage because it's already deployed in your local mission. It works offline, means like even though you don't have internet, it's just running in your local mission, so you can interact with the LLM. And then fast and simple, as I said, like Ollama is already providing a environment which make you like easily deploy some of the models as part of your local mission. Full control means like you can customize the model as per your need. So these are the important things like if you use Ollama in your local mission. So now let's talk about the system requirement. If you have like a minimum of 8 GB or 16 GB RAM of your computers or laptops, then you can easily use Ollama to install the large language models. I'm taking the example of installing Ollama on Windows mission. So here like it's very simple. Go to Ollama website, download folder, and then you can find the different operating system related software of Ollama. Then you can download, and then it's simply you can install by following the instructions, right? Linux, it's simple, like you can get this curl command and download the software. The Windows, you can just click on the link and then it download to your exe will be downloaded to your local machine. You can double click and then it will be installed. So these are the ways to we can install Ollama in your local machine. So now like if you want to like a command line of way to install the Ollama, then simply like go to your Windows PowerShell and then run this winget command so that the model the software will be installed in a local mission. So now as part of my mission, I already downloaded the Ollama and then I installed. So now let's go to my command line and then see what kind of version it is running. So right now I'm able to get the version number 0.12.0. This is currently Ollama is running in my mission. So now the basic commands, right? So we already know that Ollama is already once we use this kind of a download exe or whatever the different softwares we can install into local mission. Then how do we interact with this Ollama, right? They're providing like some of the commands, so you can simply open your terminal and then use the few of the commands, important commands, right? So basically, as I said, like Ollama is a kind of environment where you can deploy or run the large language models, right? So large language models as part of this Ollama. Right now, like if you choose like any large language model you want to install or run, first you need to pull that model using the Ollama pull command. So such a way the model will be downloaded to your local. And then if you want to list what are the available models in your local machine, you can run the Ollama list command. And then these are like a Ollama remove model, and then you can also see the details about the what model installed in your machine using the show command. And then if you want to run the service, you can simply run the Ollama server so that it is able to run the service. It means like once you run this command, the llama is the model will be available as a REST API. Popular models, right? Today, what are the available models we can try in the Ollama? So Llama 3.2, it's like a 3 billion parameters size, and then Mistral, it's a 7 billions parameters, specific to like a good at some of the things, right? For example, if you take the Llama, fast, efficient, and great for daily use, and then if you use this Mistral, it's like a excellent reasoning. It means like it will thinking, and then it will generate the whatever the information we have. And then this is a Microsoft model. Then this is like a code Llama. This is for like a writing a programming language related code. So if you want to run or install a model, you simply go and then open the command line and then run this command, so that models will be pulled into your local machine, and then we can start running those models. So now, like these are the different size of parameters, right? 7 billions, 3 billions, 13 billions, right? Based on the size of your model, your hardware also need to support. So these are like a hardware configuration, which minimal configuration required for run these models. So now let's start how we can start the Llama, right? Ollama, right? It's a very simple, like if you are already installed in Windows and all, sometimes it automatically started in your machine. But if you want to manually start the Ollama, you can use the Ollama command to start the service, so that service will be available in your local host 11434. This is the default port for Ollama or model, like whatever the model we installed. So to verify it's running or not, if simply like curl, or if you also directly access this URL as part of the browser, then it will tell you like Ollama is running. I will show you the later point. So now like how we can interact with these models, right? So we can interact model with a different way, right? One, like you can use the CLI command line interface, or like you can also use like a programming language, use their SDKs or REST API to interact with this large language model. So if you want to interact with like a CLI, what we have to do, right? We have to use the Ollama command to run this specific model name. As I said, like earlier, I showed like different models are available. So then we can use a specific model name so that we can run those models. So there are some of the useful CLI commands we can use. Like if you started and if you want to exit, you simply say /by clear, means it will clear the console, and then /show info, it will show the model information. So I'll execute one by on all the commands here. So now this is a one way of interacting with the LLMs, right? Another way, like if you are a programmer, if you want to interact via programs, then we can use. So this is a simple REST API, like as I said, like the model is running in localhost and then 11434 port. Then there are different API there are provided. One like a chat API. So this is a chat API. Then all we need to pass the request body is what is your model you are interacting, and then what kind of message you wanted to, like it's a prompt, and then what is the role of the user. Like basically there are two different roles we are interacting with the models, one system role and then user role. So basically you are requesting means we have to use the user role. So this is a generate endpoint. It will generate the answer for you. If you ask any prompt, based on the prompt it will generate the answer. Here also same, like a request body. If you look at like model is important, so because what model is running, we need to provide the model name here, and then prompt, and then stream false means like it will give you like answer in direct one shot. Like it will take the request and it will provide you the answer. Stream means like if you put the true, then it will give you like a chunks of information. So these are the like available endpoints we can utilize as part of your large language model applications. So now let's look at the some of the endpoint, like generate, chart, tags, pull. These are the like different examples of endpoints available as part of the Ollama. Now there is another way we can use as the last time I already discussed more on like a SDKs, right? So there are different programming language SDKs are available, especially if you want to deal with the Ollama and then Llama related models. We can use like a Python SDK. So this is a Python SDK. So if you guys are familiar with the Python, we can use the pip to install the Python libraries. So this is how we need to install the library. Then once we install the library, then we have some kind of a predefined functions and kind of a objects we can use it, so that we can write a program using the SDK. For example, in this case, like I'm showing the example of using the Python SDK or Ollama SDK. So this is a Ollama.chart. It's similar to chart REST API, and then we need to provide the model name and then message. Similarly, like if you want to stream the response, then we use the stream true, so that it will stream the response, means like the information like giving as a chunks of our parts by small chunk. So once we get the chunks, right, we need to collect the chunks and from the stream, and then we need to display. And then text generation, we use the generate method, and then same like we need to pass the llama 3.2 whatever the model we have used. If you use the code llama, then you need to pass the code llama model. So this is a multi-turn conversation, especially like how chatbots or like a chat assistant working, right? When you ask the question, it will answer you, and then on top of that you will ask, right? If you want to build such kind of a multi-turn conversation, this is how like we will implement a code. So first, if you look at here, like we ask some question here, what is the Python, and then it will give you some response, and then from the response we will append it, and then we will asking this some other question like show me examples. So it's like a continuous conversation. And then as part of that SDK, we can also use some of the predefined method which will list the available models in the Ollama tool, and then the custom parameters, which is very important, because if you're interacting with these models, right, we need to provide some extra options to the large language model, such a way it will act based on the parameter. For example, if you want to like a max token, how many tokens you want to generate the answer, we can restrict that one. And then the temperature is like nothing but creative level. If you give the high temperature, each time you ask the same question, the answer will be changed. If you keep the temperature less, then most of the times you will get the consistent answer. So that is what the temperature here. And then these are like parameters. If you go through the documentation, we can understand all different LLMs or large language models have different parameters. So based on their what are the available parameters, we can pass those parameters. For the instance, like we are using the llama 3.2, these are the like different options we can provide as part of the option. So now, like this is the Python SDK. There is a Java SDK also available, so we can use the Java SDK from the GitHub Ollama for J. All you need to add the dependency as part of your POM, and then start writing the code. Like for example, same example, like if you want to interact with the chart, then all we need to connect on the REST API, and then you need to provide the where your llama is running, and then once you create the Ollama API object, then from there you can start interacting, right? For example, I'm creating the llama API object, Ollama API object, and then same like a generate method, and then there is some chart method. This is like a streaming response, and then similar, like it's like how Python SDK have methods, here also like a similar kind of a methods available as part of the Java as well. This is a multi-turn conversation. This is the example, and then similar like available list of available models as part of this Ollama, then it will print the models. And then custom parameters, same like as I said, like what are the parameters, like a token size and then temperature size, everything you can set it. And then if you want to quick start summary, here like a 5 minutes, like you need to download the Ollama and then pull the model, and then start the model for a chart. And then if you want to use the API, you can use the API. So when to use what, right? So if you want to you are like a AI aspirant, you want to develop some applications using the large language models, which Ollama is a good start for you to start or implementing applications using Ollama. And also it doesn't have incurred any cost for you. All you need to download the Ollama tool and then install the whatever the required model or available model, and then you can start working. And then if you want to quickly spin up some of the applications, AI applications or AI related development, which is very useful for you, Ollama. So if you want to, when to use the cloud AI means like cloud large language, if you want to develop a production grade application, and then if you don't want to manage your infra in your local, and then like cloud-based models are more efficient than local hosted models. So in different scenario, like it's a kind of a analysis we need to do, like when to use cloud AI and then when to use local AI models. So this is like a basic theoretical understand of Ollama. Now let's get started like interacting with the Llama, right? As I said, like I already installed the Llama. So if you look at here, this is a Llama version. And then if you want to pull the new model, this is a way we can pull the model. So I'm pulling the model Llama 3. So now it's pulling the model. So how do you know like what kind of model I have to pull, right? So this is a GitHub Ollama page. So here you can find the list of available models. So you can run any of these models, right? Before run these models, right, you need to pull the model and then you can run these models. So for example, I'm taking this Llama 3.2. So I'm just open my command line. I'm using the Ollama pull command. So if the model already downloaded, then it won't download again. So because I already downloaded this one, if not download, it will take some time to download this model. To run this model, you simply use like Ollama run Llama 3.2. So it will create it will ask for like your prompt. The CLI is waiting for your prompt. So now like I'm going back to, I'm giving the question. I already have some question here. Write a Python program to Fibonacci series. I'm just opening here and then I put my prompt here. So see here like it's able to write the program in Python line. So this is how like a kind of a way we can interact with the CLI commands, right? And then if you want to exit this one, you can simply put the by and it will come out. So if you want to show the model like Ollama list, it will give you the list of models. See like these are the list of models already installed in my local machine. And then if you want to see like a show, then it will, we need to provide the name, right? LLM Llama 3.2. Then it will give you a lot of information about Llama related details like license details and the tools and all. Now what else we can test, right? If you want to run the server version, then we can run the serve and then LLM Llama 3.2. So we don't need to provide this one because we already pulled that model. So because I think this model already running, that's why like it is giving like error port number issue. So now let's go on like execute the curl command or directly run the localhost command. This is a localhost command. So see this one here, Llama is running. So this is like a REST API testing. And then we saw that CLI interaction and then REST. Now let's go and write some simple Python program. How do we interact with this large language model using the Ollama, right? So I'm opening my IntelliJ. So as part of IntelliJ, so I already created some of the examples here. So now let's take the example, right? Chart example. So as I said that I'm using currently as part of this example, we are using the Python SDK. So to get this Python SDK Ollama, like if you are familiar with the Python, we have requirements.txt file. We need to mention the Ollama library name in the as part of the txt file, requirements file, and then we can import that package. So once we import the package, we'll get the predefined list of objects and functions here. So this is like a chart example, Ollama.chart. As I said, like we need to provide the model name. Currently I'm running the 3.2 model, Llama 3.2, and then as part of the messages we need to mention your prompt. So if I execute this one, for example, I try to execute this chart example, then it will give you the like a chart. Yeah, here is a chart response, right? It's asking like why is the sky blue? This is giving this much information. So this is a chart response. Similarly, like let's talk about the generate, right? One of the other example, generate. So generate also similarly chart. So if you look at here, Ollama.generate, and then we have to pass the models and then we need to provide the prompt details. So for example, if I run this example, This is the answer. So similarly, like a stream example, right? As I said, like stream. So we have a chart. As part of the chart object or kind of a option is called a stream true, so that it will running the stream mode, the chart. So I'm running this example. So here, as I said, like once we get the stream, then we'll collect the response from the stream with the chunks. See, this is how it is coming, like how you CLI when you type something, how CLI is able to write the kind of a response. Similarly, it is printing like this. It will give you like a lot of information about the quantum. So now the multi-tone conversation, like as I said, like it's a multiple messages, it's interactive way. Let's run this example. The same, like first we will create a chart of we'll call the chart function, and then we pass the messages and then model name, and then we append the whatever the response we got it, and then we are asking another question on top of it. It's like a multi-turn conversation. So this is a exam response we got it from multi-turn conversation. So first we are asking, like, my name is Alice, and then I love hiking. On top of it, like, what is my name, and then what do I enjoy. Then it will giving like a response from the multi-turn conversation. Now if you look at the custom parameter, as I said, like we'll restrict the tokens to predict the tokens 100 tokens. Let's see how it behaves. So as I said, like if you increase the temperature, the response keep changing. Low temperature, so this is what the like it's 100 tokens kind of a response. For example, if I increase the token to 0 and then we run this, so when we keep the 0, like most of the times the answer should be same. So this is answer. Now I'm running again, it's pretty much same. Now let's take the 1. Now run with the 1. This is high temperature. If you look at here, this is high temperature. Now I'm running again. This is the answer we got it. If we run it again, this answer keep changing. So this is a kind of options we can pass it, and then there are multiple options we can provide. So if you want to learn more about the options and all, we have to go through the document. So here I provided like a different example in the Python SDK. So I have a readme file here. I'm going to put this as part of my GitHub repos. You can download these examples and you can run these examples. So this is what, like how we can use Ollama to execute or interacting with the some of the applications to interact with the large language model. So it's a very simple, like Ollama is a simple kind of a way to run the different models as part of your local mission. From there we can start writing some of the programs or applications to interact with this large language model. So this is a very good for beginners, and then if you want to start AI, and then if you want to develop some of the applications, some kind of prototypes and all, this is the best way to create a large language model application. Hope you guys enjoy the session. See you in the next session. Thank you.